You got 7 minutes.
That's right, I got 7 minutes. I talked about, every week I talk about people that I can save money for. And how I do that is creative financing. Now, I'm being squeezed by the new laws which are coming in January 1. So I need your help in order to get to the people I need to get to in the next 3 months, and those that I need to get to in the beginning of 2014. I talked about, during my info minute, about the federal poverty limit guidelines. I'm going to pass this around. This is a sheet. You can find out where you are on there, but it says at the top whether it's 100% of the federal poverty limit or it goes up to 350% depending on whether you're single or whether your family composition. If your income is not on that sheet, that means that you will not be able to get any of the federal subsidy. You'll pay 100% of the new higher insurance rates. If you are on that sheet, you get a sliding scale of how much subsidy the government is going to provide for you. Now, having said that, if you buy a policy before November 30th, then you might get a letter like I got from Aetna. Got this yesterday. And it says, good news. Even though many parts of the Affordable Care Act take effect in 2014, you can stay in your current Aetna plan for 12 more months. There's nothing more you need to do. If somebody buys a policy from me for their family or an individual, they can keep that policy through November 30th, 2014. Then it goes on to say what to expect. On November 30th, 2014, you must transition to a qualified health plan under the Affordable Care Act, or you will be due a penalty. And you'll pay the penalty on your 1040 form when you file with the IRS. The penalty for 2014 is $95 for the year. You may save more than $7 a month by just getting a policy now and keeping it for the next year or two. So, what I've given you, a handout in front of you, please grab that. Number one, it says, there are people I need to reach to buy health insurance now for 2013. The first one is those that want an option to wait until December 2014 in order to decide on whether they really want the new health care law and the policy. Number two, those who are aged 19 to 35 and don't need maternity coverage. Well, that would include all single men and probably a lot of single women. However, if they have the new health care policy, maternity is included whether you need it or not. So for those of you that are age 62 and are considering to be a medical miracle, you will be covered for maternity. The problem is that normally that costs $150 a month for me to add to a policy. But that's included under the new plans, whether you need it or not. Number three, those that earn more than the 400% of the federal poverty limit, they need to talk to me now. But there are some people that I need to review now, and they need to make a change on January 1st. Well, actually, I'll requalify that. They need to talk to me after October 1st to talk about January 1st. Why? Because the health insurance companies have not released the pricing yet. The government has not finalized all of the regulations. But on October 1st, everything will be unveiled, and we will know. And my insurance companies tell me that I will find out on September 30th what the pricing will be. And some of them have come out and said, we won't tell you on October 1st, we'll tell you soon afterwards. So, in October, I need to talk to these 7 qualified quantities of people. Those that have no health insurance but earn less, because they will apply for the subsidy. Those who are self-employed with pre-existing conditions. That's one of the main reasons this law was enacted. Number 3, individuals or family without employer group policies age 50 to 64. Right now, a 19-year-old, a 64-year-old, there can be as much as 10 times the price difference. You pay this person $100 for premium, this one can be charged $1,000. Under the new law, that goes down to 3 times. So now, maybe I'm only charging $750 for this older person, but I'm charging $250 a month for a 19-year-old. I've gone from $100 to $250 a month for that 19-year-old. He needs to buy a policy now. But those older people, they may see a savings. So they need to talk to me after October 1st. Those that have a COBRA policy. And then 5, 6, and 7 all have a common theme. Those who would like to retire early, but they still work because of health insurance. I can help them for a January 1 retirement. The early retirees who are still covered by their employer-sponsored group plan, but must pay the full cost of it. They may be paying twice as much as I can offer them on January 1st. And finally, early retirees who are uninsured because they are not covered by an employer-sponsored and have not been able to qualify for individual health insurance. I can help those too. So early retirees are an outstanding help for me. In October 1st, I can tell them what the price will be, and then we can steer them to either a policy now or a policy starts on January 1. The Affordable Health Care Act is the law of the land. I'm your expert, Cushingham.